It's Father's Day, celebration time for all your fathers out there. And I think it's also really important to celebrate the fathers of the past, our past generations, our grandfathers, our great-grandfathers. Men who may have lived in a very different time than we're living in now. Men who may have been challenged by huge strife or poverty or difficulty. I know we have those difficulties today on different levels, but for them it may have been hugely difficult and hugely challenging. But they sought to pass on the best they could to the next generation, to us as fathers. And there was great love and commitment in that. You know, and they had to fight through certain struggles to try and pass on that love to the next generation. We are that next generation, as I said. And when I think of the fathers of today, the becoming father, for example, the man that hears for the first time that his wife is pregnant, or his partner, or his girlfriend, and he's filled with the joy and the expectation of that, and the wanting to show love and great expression of that love and caring to his child, be it a boy or be it a girl. But he also may be fearful of not knowing, well, how can I be the best father I can be, or the good enough father? That very same man be entering maybe the delivery ward and experiencing his wife giving birth. That can be a huge changing experience for men, to see the joy of birth, but also the vulnerability in birth, the things that can go wrong or be difficult, the love, the deep love of a woman to giving birth, to be able to and prepared to give so much of herself in giving birth, and for the man to experience that and share that can be a huge changing experience for a man. And that man then, on becoming a father, will have a vision for that child, a hope for that child, wanting to pass on his love, his caring, his hope for the child. May even feel somewhat protective in the harsh world that we can live in sometimes, wanting to protect the child from the harshness that life can be sometimes. But he may also know on another level that he cannot protect the child completely, that the child has to live in the world, in the reality of the world. So he may have to sit with his own vulnerability in that, his own not knowing how his child is going to be. And that can be hugely loving and caring, even though it may feel quite the opposite. It may feel, for a man in particular, may feel, I should know, I need to be able to make things better for my child. But actually there can be great love in actually sitting with, right now maybe I don't know what to do. And in that not knowing, that can be really powerful, as they may seek to get help or support or reach out to somebody else and talk about that. So it's really important to celebrate men and fathers in this case, as we celebrate Father's Day.